And so we return with our group in Nakataka, and we're on our way to, what's this place called? Hasongo. So all we need to do there, probably not explore the place, but check what's happening in Hasongo, because their luminous lighthouse apparently lost just lost its brightness, something like that. Oh my god. Why is this this is horrible. Loading screen. Why? Uh oh no. Did you just break the thing? Oh, there we go. Oh wait. Should we go to a Songo or still need to do the Baratheon thing. What level are we? 8th level. Let's go to a Songo. Because we still don't have enough. Oh, I was going the wrong way. How much money do we have? Not much. And we're still and we're still stuck here with this sloop, as they call it. Medical supplies. 99. So we have all the medicine, all the drinks, all that good stuff. Put the grog there. Put the Atarac. You know what I should do? I should put this instead, and put all the +0 drinks first. Yeah, I should do that first. And I need. Dang it. Does lager increase? Yeah, it does apparently. Oh well. Wait, where can I need to get some. Oh, they sell clothes. This guy sells fish.
I've got everything, of course. Take your time.
Oh wow.
Plenty of fish you'll find.
This all sells fish. And who here sells drinks that aren't.
It is not as easy as it seemed to turn a profit in Neketaka, but there is opportunity.
You know what? We'll be fine. Might as well just go in there and Hopefully this time this loading screen won't take forever. Cause I swear, this thing takes so long. Okay, cool. Where is Hasongo? Okay. Oh yeah, wait, how's the 3 days? Okay. Okay. That was horrible. So here we are in Hasongo, and let's see how this turns out. Well, all I need to do is just check on Hasongo, basically. And after that, we should be fine.
Me to train a crop of new sailors.
Okay, good thing we brought in Maya, because apparently she went to this place before, and let's see how well this will fare.
Guess the sharpshooting lesson was wasted. Should have spent that time talking about home.
Oh my god. Oh, that's just sad. Let's be sympathetic and say I'm sorry, Maya. We'll do whatever we can to avenge them. Nodding, Maya strikes a salute to the ruins of Hasongo. She holds that position for a lingering moment, then stands at ease with a sigh.
That's Gon's footprint, and it looks like it's headed toward that lighthouse to the west.
Okay. Wait. What happened here?
There.
Oh no.
This is my favorite part!
Up ahead.
Better hope I don't free!
So,
That dog won't hunt.
the question is who came first? The Nagas or Aothas? So, oh my god. So this is what caused the thing.
Mm-hmm. More and Beta gone! I think that's beyond me. More and Beta gone! Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Well, so those guys were frozen? Wrap of corpse spin behind them. Oh my god. What's here?
Oh, strong jaw!
Lavaru,
Now I'm having a good time. You just got grubbed.
Wait, who killed it? Oh, yeah. PC character. Main
Yeah?
character. PC character. Wow, that was redundant. Could we go through here? Apparently we can. Get a quick save. Let's stealth our way. Now that we know that there are Nagas around, not just... Now we know that... Oh wow, okay, there's survivors here, okay. An Omana woman rolls toward you, her eyes wide and wild. Her uniform is disheveled as it's from several days' wear, and her breath comes in rapid gasps. With her are a few wounded soldiers and a huddle of commoners in dirt-stained farmer smocks.
Shut the door, quick, before the Naga get in.
It's already closed, but her glazed eyes seem to be staring beyond it. The soldiers look up too. Their faces are drawn with pain and exhaustion. Their eyes are dread and grey. Meanwhile, the farmers cast nervous glances in your direction, drawing more tightly together. What are you doing?
Defending the wounded. Guarding our supplies until the Hasonui's reinforcements arrive.
The ravaged survivors don't look capable of fending off the panther cub. As you take it all in, the woman's hand starts to tremble at her side. There's something unusual about her brittle confidence, distant stare and shaking hand. You saw it plenty of times in your old life as a mercenary. She's suffering the aftershocks of a battle.
Captain, 2 places I've seen that look. Healers' tents and exceptional brothels. This is neither.
Shoti nibbles on her lips to high in the strength. Oh my god, Shoti. She blinks at you as if seeing for the first time.
Wait, you're not the reinforcements. There are supposed to be reinforcements.
A tide of panic is rising behind her eyes. Calm down. Tell me what happened here. She closes her eyes, but her hands are still shaking.
The first thing was the Colossus. It showed up a few days ago, a week ago, I can't be sure. But it was huge. Glowed like luminous Audra.
Her eyes start to glaze over again. She stares into the distance, her mouth slightly open. Her wounded companion, meanwhile, is staring suspiciously at the farmers. They shrink from this gaze. That was Aethys.
That monster that killed our people?
Yes.
I told you, Zuhira. The Godhammer scrambled their god, and now he's taking his revenge.
The soldier looks pointedly at the huddled farmers. They look weak, cheeks flushed and brows perspiring.
Our gods are above petty motivations like revenge. No, Gon's got a bigger plan for you and me.
Shoti's right. Don't jump to conclusions.
It's no coincidence your Aethys shows up just as Latharn storms out.
He casts a poisonous glare at the farmers. But Zuhira is stuck in her memories.
The Colossus was coming right for us. Fleetmaster Ko ordered the gunhawks and cannoneers to take up positions.
You? She catches herself breaking off with an ashamed grimace.
They fought. The rest of us were sent below, like cowards.
She looked down at her hands, which she has balled into trembling fists. Focus. What did the Colossus do then? She steels herself.
I heard cannon blasts, artillery fire, felt the world shake. Then the water started coming in. We came back up, and the others were... I don't know, like they'd been turned to ash. And the Colossus was walking away. The fort was flooding, where it had broken our walls, and the luminous Audra in the lighthouse had gone dark.
Where's this lighthouse?
On the western side of the fort. It's a true marvel, a monument to Rawatayan engineering.
Proof we can tame and transform this place, once we get rid of the scale bellies.
Scale bellies?
The Naga.
Her hand starts to tremble again. She tries to cover it with the other.
They skulked in after, once our walls were down. Those of us who were left fought, But those cowards moved through the sunken hallways, ambushed us from below.
And those of you who survived ended up here. But cheering the anger started to look away in shame.
Those snakes are little more than animals. No match for trained Rawatayan warriors.
Snorts.
When the Hazonui's reinforcements get here, we'll strike back.
He draws off, his gaze distant at the scenarios of bloody vengeance, no doubt playing in his mind's eye.
And build our walls back up so nothing gets through. And double our cannons, so we can destroy that Colossus if it ever comes back.
What's that iron and what do you have against these farmers?
Dawn stars.
He coughs a wad of bloody phlegm onto the floor.
Fleetmaster Co. hired them to tend the fields that supply the mainland, but they started acting strange, dreaming strange.
You mean dreaming of things to come?
One of them, Latharan, had a row with the Fleetmaster over it, left angry just before the Colossus showed up.
So you hear the shoulders glare at the farmers as if this explains everything. And
You think that's a coincidence?
yeah.
I think their praying called it here, getting back at us for the God Hammer. Even if not, they definitely know something.
He practically spits at the farmers.
Spitting at our god? You ought to fear for the future of your soul.
Is there anything else?
This is a fortress. You surely got some way of fighting the Naga. She bristles.
The finest cannons and bombards in the archipelago. Why, you can barely walk the ramparts without...
She remembers the destruction outside. Her indignation fades away, and a distant look returns to her eyes.
There's still one. There must be one. They can't all have been destroyed. But you'll need a trained artillerist to aim it.
She nods, pulling herself back from the brink of panic.
The big guns and me are on friendly terms already, Captain.
Maya strikes a salute and grins. Who are you?
Zahira, assistant quartermaster.
She crosses her arms over her chest in a perfunctory salute.
Don't go back out there. You'll be safe here until reinforcements arrive.
Her throat makes a dry clicking sound as she swallows.
Just stay away from the water. Damn scale bellies are hiding down there. They'll ambush if you get close.
Sometimes you can see them, if you look carefully.
She stares off again, gazing at nothing. Grenade, some food. This is the injured soldier. Okay. I should have said I am the reinforcements. God, okay. Let's see how this will work. So all we need to do now is basically see what happened here. Okay.
Be cautious. Be constant.
Okay. Okay. Jump there. Move over there. Move here. Over here. Okay. I didn't know I could charge in there like that. Cool. Gotta do that.
Ever seen a Goliath do that?
Oh. Dang. Where's Birdie? Attack that. Turn up. Shoti.
Beyond sake. No one noticed that, right? Mo, no.
You smack that guy. What else?
Favorite part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your orders? Huh. What's on your mind? Give me the order.
Cool. Okay, so we have a cannon. So every brass bombard is perched atop the wall pointing out to sea. From here you have a commanding view of the flooded fortress. You know, that swell of fatherly pride when you see a newborn. They might taste of it, Maya. That's the height of the weapon. Scan the fortress. Broken tower rise feebly from the water, and corpses and debris float between them. You see no sign of life until you note movement near the center of the fort. A large cluster of Naga has congregated in the central walkway. Turn the bombard toward the cluster of Naga. You try, but it's stuck. Looking down, you notice the gears attached to the rotating platforms are rusted. Whoever was shirking their maintenance duty had better be among the casualties. My glowers at the sorry state of the platform. Push the bombard. Oh wow. Check for ammunition. The bombard itself is not loaded and you don't see any ammunition for it nearby. Best pay to another visit to the anxious quartermaster for a low on shot. Use the bombard alone.
Speak freely.
Yeah. Okay, let's
Not a problem, Captain.
let's talk to the quartermaster. God dang it. Or the assistant quartermaster, to be precise. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Is there anything else?
Where could I find ammunition for the bombard?
Ammunition? We keep lots of ammunition. get new shipments all the time from Rawatai.
She knows practically to this hopeful thought.
Not for the bombard. Fleetmaster Ko fired it all at the Colossus. All that's left are cannonballs, and they're too small.
He sags despondency creeping up on him like a chill.
Maybe Imuro had some in his workshop. He was making these new explosive shells.
Injured shoulder shoots her a look and breaks off.
Please continue.
Paligina narrows her golden eyes at Zira's slip, but says nothing. A satisfied smile spreads across her face.
Soldier, did I ask for an inventory of your supplies? Stick to the topic.
Maya raises her shaking finger and holds Zira's gaze before lowering it. Oh wow. Well, here's a conflict of interest. You have one from VTC and one from Royal Deadfire company. Oh god.
Anyway, you should check, just in case. Imuro's workshop was by the northern gate.
She reaches into her pocket. She hands you a key. It's slick with her sweat. Okay, farewell. Let's see how this goes. Wait, what is this too? Oh, cost of accuracy.
All right.
Okay. So she basically, they don't have any more outside of the ones that whatever's in the workshop. Okay,
Oh, good thing. I have an intelligence of 6. I know what I'm doing.
okay, there's that.
What's that?
Lavaru, be on seek!
You're not.
Smells like home, doesn't it, Ishi?
Oh, well. Okay, that was totally unexpected. What?
What now?
Okay, so must he full black, which is black powder. Oh god, those
What if we here?
these are, oh my god, this is like things ready to blow.
Leave this to Professor.
And we have charred and blackened with spent gunpowder. Oh no no no
I
no
have
no
an
no!
intelligence
Oh no no
of
no no!
6. I know.
Your
You guys
orders?
aren't gonna shoot at the gunpowder. You guys are crazy. Brass tail, cannon shot. Oh, just
Can
for
do.
a ship.
You were saying?
Last thing we want is being blown up. Okay, oh, we know there's a soul over here. Ah, dang it. I have to swim. What's... Huh. There's nothing up there. Oh wait, no. What's up here though? An entire section of wall has been smashed, leaving a chasm of jagged rubble below. Broken planks and battlements jut from the opposite side of the break. Oh, throw a grappling hook, yes. Success. By hitching our hurls a grappling hook at the broken wall, it latches securely on the parapet. Across the rope. Huh.
Dim in the lantern.
This is gonna be horrible because we're gonna be going down. Okay, cool. One's here. Wait, what did we find? Okay, yeah, we found a manual to aim. That's good. Let's just okay. Swim to the passage. Orient yourself in the passage. Okay. You definitely honed your sense of direction tells you that the hall to the right leads west, while the route left seems to bend back south, back towards the docks. Okay, so we go left. The hallway curves around until you reach a door. It's swollen with water and stuck in place. You give it a cursory tug, but it will take more effort to pull it open. Use a pry bar to open the door. Push your pry bar on the door jam and pressing your feet against the ceiling, pushing all your weight into it. The door pops off and revealing stairs to the surface. You swim up. Okay, oh cool. Nothing really good. Let's read the Naga Soul. You feel a presence of soul, twisting and sinuous. It notices you too, it draws near. Its restless essence tingles against your own. It's searching, hunting. You recognize it as the soul of a Naga.
What is this? Come closer. You glow so brightly, just like
The soul recalls from a memory of violence, like a child snatching her hand from a hot stove. What were you searching for?
a way.
A memory blooms at her core. A burst of vehemence shudders through her essence.
The striped fiends profane the island, endlessly burrowing, building. They bury the Adra under stone. Sugan says we must find a way in. Sugan says I must find a way in.
There's warmth in this pride. Who is Sukan?
Speaker for the gods. Grandfather to many. He leads us here. And here I must find a way in.
Okay,
The fiends gather at the walls, searching too. Not for me, but they see me still.
you feel a prickle of sympathetic pain, as if pierced by a volley of bullets. Come with me.
It is too dark. I will lose my way, or be swallowed by the terrible walker.
Fear shivers through her.
Stay a little longer. Your glow is a comfort here.
You died.
No, not dead. Still searching.
A desperate, dissonant ripple thrums through the Naga's soul. What are you looking for now?
A way, I said. A glowing, shining way.
As she speaks, you feel herself pulled into her memory, into a dark abyss of the in-between. You remember it from your own brief sojourn there. Yet from the darkness, you and Yanas see a bright rift. A pillar with roots that seem to reach into the heart of the world. You recognize this as the Adra Pillar.
The way glows. Like an anglerfish lure. But it feels safe.
It does. You are drawn to it. Drift
I will follow the way, I think. But then, I see another glowing thing. This one does not feel safe.
Another glowing figure appears. This one shaped like an enormous walker. 3-star burns. 3 stars burn above its brow. You feel Yana's fear at this walker thing, even as you recognize it as Aothas. You watch a glowing figure approaches the pillar. It reaches out. The violent current drips through the darkness. You hear calls and screams, but they sound distant and distorted as if coming from underwater. Light and energy flow to this strange being from the Audra and from 100 points gathered around it. At last, the Audra pillar is dark. The glowing walker recedes, brighter than before. Everything is dark.
Now, there is no way and no light. I am afraid.
I'll restore the Audra pillar, then you can continue on your way.
The way? I am searching for a way. Show me.
She melts into the ether and becomes a quiet presence behind you. Okay. That's gonna be horrible. Oh, yay! More money. 5. Swim back to the kitchen. You trace your route, feeling your way along the stone walls and follow the gentle currents. When you reach the cracked wall, the first blush of light, you turn right and kick towards the surface. Okay. Quick save. Swim into the passage. Go right. You pull yourself past the corner into the labyrinth of carnage debris from the half-collapsed walls and shattered barricades clogs the tunnel. Corpses weighed down by armor and bloated with decay bob and hover in the open spaces. You kick off the rubble to propel yourself forward. Even so, the way forward is more taxing than you initially thought. Partial success. You press on. Maya appears to be struggling, but by the time you notice, it's too late to turn back. The exit is still gray blur when you see a panic in Maya's eyes. You grab one of Maya's trembling arms and pull your companion toward the light. You reach the wood and wall with a ruined green banner. When you see the exit on your right, you push onward toward it. Once out of the water, Maya doubles over and vomits a mouthful of water, trembling with exhaustion. Okay, Maya's injured. I guess we could rest here then. Healing. Let's see. One might. Resolve. Hostile. I don't know, let's just give everyone fresh food. Okay, rest.
Fancy a chit chat?
Okay, I guess I should have added more strength to Maya.
Watcher!
Shawty clasps her hands together excitedly, forging and blaming on the bottom of her lip. She beams you a sunny grin. Okay.
Guess what? No, go on and guess, really.
You've had another dream?
Not a god's darned one. And ain't that just it?
Her eyes gleam with a shining triumph.
I feel so fine. Like I swallowed a star and now I got light bursting from my chest. Can you see it in me? This happiness? It's all on account of you, Watcher.
I think I deserve a little compensation, don't you?
Well, now, that depends on what you had in mind.
She slips you a sly smile, gently, and with a contented sigh, she eases her arms over your shoulders to clasp her fingers against the back of your neck.
Maybe you're wanting a hug? Or...
Almost hesitantly, she dabs her tongue at the corner of her mouth. Or... That's exactly what I had in mind. Oh, look at little green lifts the corners of Shodi's lips. She eases closer to you, slowly and so softly until less than a wisp of space separates the long line of your bodies. Then there's less than even that, her warmth pressing tight against you. She angles her face, eager as your fingers wrap around the side of her throat. Huh. Yeah, sure, I'll kiss her. The kiss starts gently enough, but Jyoti's made of wildfire and need and grit. So before long, she's nearly crawling down your throat, eating at your mouth. Your tongue's dual for control and your teeth clink. And she mews like an animal, and then you're breathing for each other. When she pulls away, she's bruised-lipped and panting, a feral gleam in her eyes. More. She looks like she wants to beg, but instead she wipes at her mouth and grins big.
How was it?
I think I need to try again. To be certain.
Don't tempt me, Watcher. I'd drink you down like a whale. I want to fall right into you. And then where would we be?
Would be in a really awkward situation where in the middle of a really dangerous place.
Farther behind in our duties, that's where.
Or that, in general. Snapping your shoulder, she laughs before sauntering off. Okay, well, so much for the PDA. Is there anything here? Oh my god. Okay, there's...
Ooh, good thing.
Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. Quick save.
I shall be discreet.
And we shall stealth out of here. Where are we? Oh wow, there are enemies right there. Good thing we swam. That's for sure. Okay, let's see what's up here. Okay, let's see what's up here.
What have we here?
Really? Grenades? That's it?
Leave this to me.
Oh, a fine greatsword. And an exceptional
grog.
shield. Yeah, let's see. It does the same thing. What's just a Naga sword for corals? Put that there. What does Maya have? Okay, so this dude just does the same. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing more up here, so we shall continue our stealth approach. And try not to draw a whole lot of attention. if it can be helped. I can't open this chest there. Okay. Wow.
I have an intelligence of 6. I know what I'm doing. Oh, good thinking. Leave this to Professor Grog.
This is horrible.
I have an intelligence of 6. I know what I'm doing.
Okay. Quick save just before going in. And we'll see what happens.
Hides here. I taste his fear.
Okay, let's just get this right.
Open. Open.
I know. Okay. Since there are multiple enemies, take this down. Mark this person. Shorty, I want you to that, and then Alos.
Stay down! You just got grogged.
What?
You just got grog. Yes.
Leave this to
Oh wait, we found something.
Grog.
God dang it, what was it? Oh, this is the workshop records. Okay, so these are basically what they received, sent to Toccoa, and what's sent to the Brass Citadel from these people. Okay. Nothing else to loot.
All right.
Let's go here.
Oh, good thinking.
And we shall talk to this guy. An older man hunches over a work table, scribbling frivolously at the back. By the light of the flickering lantern, his hair is an oily, matted mess, and his cheeks are streaked with black. Looks up at you, shielding his eyes from the torchlight behind you.
Finally, some peace and quiet. Just keep that bird away from my work.
He gazes at Ishiza.
Stand down, Ishi. The man is doing important work.
Slave sphincter, those snakes were noisy. I don't suppose you brought any extra parchment with you?
He brushes a lock of greasy hair behind his ear. As he does, his ink-stained fingers leave another mark on his cheek. What are you doing?
I'm writing it all down. My research, my work, something to survive before the next walk-in Colossus, the next Naga warband.
He blinks his eyes wide and distant.
Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do.
Zahira told me you had explosive shells for the onboard.
Only one. Just a prototype. In there.
He points at the chest against the wall.
Captain, I don't ask for much. I need to see this thing go off.
Shouting him will certainly. Okay.
It is most impressive.
He brightens, nodding enthusiastically at Naya.
You're welcome to it. I only ask that you compile notes on the blast radius, detonation temperature, smoke formation, debris trajectory.
He continues muttering quietly to himself, taking the items off and the sharp jabs on his skull. What happened here?
What didn't? A colossus made of Adra marched through the fort, grew bright like luminous, and scores of soldiers fell dead. Incredible.
His skull stops moving and his gaze grows distant.
If Aethys got to them first, then you can fit their remains in a pouch of white leaf.
Silent Maya scratches the back of her head.
Then the Naga killed everyone else. Except Latharn, I suppose. Yes, he must have left.
Latharn.
Dawnstar fellow. Arrived yesterday, last week. Complained of strange dreams. Smart of him to leave so soon.
He's gotta be acting on his dreams, trying to help our god.
So Hira survived along with a few others.
They should split up. Safer that way. Better odds.
I see.
Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do.
How do I get to the lighthouse?
How indeed.
A high anxious laugh tumbles out of him.
Naga everywhere. Suppose your best chance will be up along the walls, west and south. But how to get there?
He shakes his head.
Better perhaps to keep going south, around the edge of the fort. Through Fleet Master Ko's office. More cover from the Naga.
Okay, gotcha. There are survivors holed up by the docks. I can help you reach them. Is and already turning back to his notes.
Safety in numbers, eh? A comforting illusion. Let the others have it if they wish it.
He wipes his cheek, sneering more ink across it.
I must see that my work survives.
Okay, farewell. Oh. Well, here's our weapon for well, here's your weapon. Exceptional archivist. Yeah, no, here you go. Okay. So we have the okay, this is kinda slow, so I'll turn on fast mode. So time to go in back here. I'm gonna try to avoid as much fighting as possible. This is gonna be horrible though, cause I mean, hopefully it's gonna turn out better for Maya this time. Summon to the passage. Go left to the kitchen. Never this much easier this time. Now if I'm going to certainly navigate them easily enough. Yes, we go up here. Cross the rope. Rub the cooking fat into the gears. Yes. Aim the bombard at the cluster of Naga. Yup. This is why I left mechanics to Maya. I consults the alternative manual and use it to line up the shot. Load the okay, let's leave the bombard first. Save. Then load the bombard. Carefully ease the shell into the bombard. Okay. Let's go fire the bombard, see how bad this goes. Light the fuse and plug your ears. Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh! They all died. Should I wipe out everyone else? I mean, it wouldn't hurt to wipe everyone else, you know? All I know is there's one person that should be there. So I guess we could knock him out, if anything.
I have an intelligence of 6. I know what I'm doing.
Lol. Okay. Let's see what we have here first. Oh, there's a dead Naga corpse there. What is this?
Comes to muddy the light.
Okay,
What's this?
That I'm gonna be overkilling this, but
Lavaru beyond sick.
You just got grog.
Come now, step into the light.
okay, Shorty.
Happy to oblige.
Okay. Well, that thing didn't drop anything. Okay, grappling hook, some stuff.
Uh-huh.
Okay, time to go back to...
Eyes open.
Okay. And then we can go down the stairs. That was close. That was close. There was someone above. Okay, so they didn't see us, which is good. I just need to find pistol.
Ah, remember this little soldier? Glad to see you made it, friend.
Maya kneels down to scratch the dog ears. Ishijiro hops closer and cocks his head. Beckon the dog to come with you. Takes a few tentative steps forward and sniffs your hand. He lowers his head under your fingers and looks up to you expectantly. Scratch behind his ears. He closes his eye and raises his head, helping you find the right spot, and for several seconds of this he stands and shakes himself off, ready to follow. Yay! Look at this cute little dog. I'm gonna put it to Maya because she's the one Supposedly, no, it's this dog. This is the expanded design of Fort Hasongo. Okay. Quick save, and then we all shall go up.
Careful. Look.
Okay, surely. You charge in there, smack this guy, interrupt.
Lava beyond.
Pebbles. Now I'm
Hardly seems fair.
have some of this.
Ixies.
Just got grogged. Now I'm having a good time.
Well, huh.
I shall.
Okay. That was great. Where are we supposed to go up? They were sniffing on the oil. Okay. Now we're supposed to go down then go up. Ew. Oh,
Real quiet now.
let's see what's here. Are there enemies up here though? I mean, it's where to clear them out. If there are any. No, there isn't. You know what? Let's go attack these guys. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go. I know mechanics. Some bluff. This. And then we have here a weapon specialization. Plus 5%, plus 10%. Wow, okay. Armed Gracer, okay. While wearing a bulky restrictions, I'm knowing the recovery. Oh. Guess I could put that on. Deflection. Stuff. Yeah. Go with that. Then Alos. Arcana. Sight. Okay, against the new abilities we have this. Rapid casting. Yeah. Next. Level 9. Okay. So you're gonna smack. Oops. Yeah, no. I'm gonna smack this guy.
What's this?
Yeah, no. Stick with this. You Ballerina. Work this sucker. focus more on
Lavru
this.
be on seek.
Interrupt that. You Ellis, you shall do this. Surprise, motherfuckers!
Now I'm having a good time.
Cast it on this guy.
Mon ixi
Next time, stay down. Next time, stay down.
didn't work.
Stay down. I don't understand. I'm hitting it as hard as I can.
Oh my god. Krogs. Oh my god. I'm hitting it as hard as I can.
Alright.
That was all of them, right? Yeah, that should be all of them. I think. Yeah, I think that's all. Philology went through this place and there was no one. Yeah, no, I just want to see what's in there. I mean, if anything pops out again, we could just smack them. But no.
To Professor Grog.
Ammunition. Yeah. I think she kind of dealt with most of them. We'll just have to. You know. Go there. Fast travel, all that stuff.
What? That's it?
Oh wow. Okay. Stuff. We shall go in. See how this goes. Oh, okay. Never mind. The lighthouse is quiet, but for soft's equivalent whispers. There's a repetitive and cantory quality to them. Yet, as you cross a threshold, an old naga with skin like cracked leather breaks off and shovels to face you, barring one broken fang.
The sea-striped fiends send you to uproot the tree of the gods, yes? Their blasphemy knows no bounds.
Give the order, Captain. Or just nod. I'm not picky.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I have a sharpshooter. I mean, if you could just one-shot this guy, sure. His head touches in her direction, his tongue flickering.
So, the fiends corrupt even the sand-striped ones. Now I taste their stench on her. If you join them in befouling the Adra, then you will join them in death too.
You're telling me this slaughter is all about Adra?
The tree of the gods, yes, which these fiends plunder and profane.
Tree of the... Oh, call it Tree of the Gods. That's one way to call these things.
Go! Carry a warning of what you have seen to the other shufflers.
His tongue whips from his mouth like ripped streamer. I need to approach the Adra.
Fool! See what the impiety of the sea-striped fiends has wrought? The sand-striped shufflers know better. But you others come, smooth-toned or furred or sea-striped, with blasphemous hunger. Now, foreign ones dig at these roots, and the deep hunter is with us no more. gods return to rain their punishment on these islands. Again.
These people's narrow to angry slits. You're saying the gods have brought ruin on Deadfire before? He bears his broken fang in surprise.
Do your stories say nothing of the many disasters? Of the shuffler nests washed away like foam? Many generations ago, the sand-striped ones built great hives across the islands, and bastions around the Adra roots.
At this, the others hissed angrily. Sandstripe, you're describing the Juana?
Their ancestors, yes.
Okay.
Their meddling displeased the gods. So the gods smashed their works with heaving volcanoes and crashing waves.
His beads and bangles rattle as he brings his hands together in a loud clap. So you think history is repeating itself?
You shufflers are beasts of habit. You do not learn. You do not change. You cast off your sheddings by night, only to put them back on at daybreak. You wrap yourself in filthy, worn-out things.
A tremor of disgust ripples through his body.
Our ancestors hid deep, where the waters quenched the fires and muffled the storms. They remembered while shufflers scattered. Now, the shufflers build again.
He drums his tail on the floorboards.
The gods see. They will tear them all down.
I'm a watcher. I can restore the Adra if you'll just let me near it. He still whips on the ground as he considers you.
If your fat tongue speaks true, then give us proof.
What would you consider proof?
I tell you, thick tongues lie. Forked tongues do not. If what you say is true, then surely you can speak with the dead.
He cocks his head to appraise you with one eye.
I will believe your words, only if I hear them from the tongue of my own people.
Okay, let's hear this, Sugan. Yana's bright, wispy form appears, and the other Naga pull themselves into tight, fearful knots. Only Sugan cranes himself forward, his head cocked.
Sugan, I found the way.
Emotion pulses through her essence, crackling in the ether.
Yes, you died. We saw.
The way became dark, but this one brought light.
She turns briefly to you, but Sugan's mouth is rigid in a broken fanged grimace.
We will kill the shuffler and free your soul, Yanis.
Just listen to her, Sugan. Yana turns to Sugan, hissing angrily.
Do old scales cloud your eyes? The shuffler glows like the God Walker, like the way.
She looks towards the tall Adra vein. Sugan and the others follow her gaze.
He will open the way.
Yanas points to you as she begins to disappear. At the last of Yana's essence fades back into the in-between, Sugan regards the Adra vein, calculation flickering in his eyes. At last he turns his guarded gaze on you.
The gods give you power, yes. But is it enough?
Maybe.
Approach. Restore the blessing of the gods to the Adra.
Okay. Okay, let's pause first. Okay, cool. This deflection with hope. You survival. This one. What do you have? Longer distances, yes. And for Maya, athletics. Oh, I didn't put any athletics on her. That makes so much more sense. You can put a bit more on bluff. Evasive fire, yes. Tough. Each ranged attack loose by the ranger contains just force twice range. Yes. So there's a chance of it going through, and if there's anything behind that guy, he will, no.
As your hand touches the dim Audra, you feel the same cool, pricking sensation that you did when you touched the pillar near Port Mage. You concentrate on the pillar. The world around you swiftly falls away, leaving only the vast emptiness of the in-between. The Audra and a multitude of golden threads undulating off into the distance.
Okay, yes, so time to listen to... I forgot her name. But someone from Critical Role. I think it's Ashley.
For a second time, you gather the threads in your mind and bind them together, forming a solid tether that ripples out toward its distant anchor. Again, a crack sounds from the terminus. Your consciousness is violently pulled along the cord. You are prepared for the sensation this time, but are still disoriented when you come to a sudden stop. You find yourself standing behind a familiar Titanic statue as it trudges through invisible waters. Standing at Aethis's shoulder, your soul is dwarfed by the massive god's form. Energy pulses along the tether, each wave feeding the Audra's movements. He stops. His head cranes behind him, again accompanied by the sound of stone shearing and buckling. His eyes rest upon you. He does not reach for the cord, but considers you for a long span of silence before speaking.
Your first attempt to contact me was brave. This second attempt, is it born out of desperation or something else? Why do you continue to follow me, Watcher of Cat Nua?
I want to know what you are doing.
Many Kith would like to know the gods' designs. Why is it so important to you?
The last time you appeared, it heralded the death of thousands.
At first, he does not respond, but there is a wavering from the light within him. A momentary dimming that allows you to see the souls within the Audra clearly.
I never sought violence or death, but Margren and the Hand Occult have ensured that the world believes the madman Widewind tried to destroy the Deer Wood and everyone in it.
You know what I just realized? This is actually the voice of Taliesin.
In truth, a war was what I desired, but not one of violence. I sought a war of conscience. If people saw that the ruins so faithfully guarded by the Glanfathans were nothing more than machines the Angwithans had used to turn themselves into gods, what could that mean?
Aethys becomes silent. You can sense his presence advancing back along the cord between you. His energy flows over your hand, tendrils of light probing into the air around you. They poke and prod at the silent lost souls hovering in your vicinity.
You are in a unique position. In spite of the work of the Leaden Key and Hand Occult, you have seen through our facade. You know the gods' true nature. Without the benefit of your knowledge, few mortals would be willing to accept the true history of their gods. After all, we weren't. The last time I walked Aora, I made a mistake in not revealing my true purpose. I believe you would understand it better than most.
Not.
Yes, I will tell you. But this is not the time.
What?
As I take this body farther from the lighthouse, the tether grows weaker, and I have already tarried too long. Soon this link will unravel completely. If I have not reached my destination when that happens, I will need to pull more souls from your world.
Well, let's not let that, where are you going? I will meet you there.
The edges of Aethys's massive form blur and dissolve. The huge figure retreats from you. As it moves, the tether begins to rapidly unravel. As Aethys speaks, his voice sounds garbled, fragmented, and distant.
If you would know more, find me at the Ashen Maw in Margren's Teeth. I must rest there before I begin my final work. When I leave that place, you will not be able to follow. Before I go, I should return some of this to you. I still have need of the great power of your soul, but I can spare you this portion.
A pulse of energy moves back along the golden cord toward you. It feels familiar, comforting, even before it contacts you. The energy washes over you, flooding you with feelings and memories you had thought long forgotten until they settle back into the cracks of your soul. And then the tether and cord snap, Aethys's figure evaporating into dust that mingles with the endless gray expanse. Heat rushes over you, and the uncomfortable sensation of the Audra Pillar's presence cuts off. The gloom of the in-between is pierced by the light of the living world. You are back in the lighthouse, no longer dim. The luminous Audra beside you is filled with warmth and light.
Naga started to blind Adro, their diamond pupils wide. Sugan turns his gaze to you, his body at a cautious half-coil.
Long have we kept peace with the sand-striped people. But then, the foreign ones came and spread, killed our people, built their hives everywhere.
Shodari, you attack every foreign ship you see. The Juana may not like us, but at least they speak to us.
We were sure the Godwalker came to cast them out, that driving them away was a holy mission.
The gods have bigger concerns than our feuds. We must learn to live together.
But on whose terms?
He still flicks an irritation.
We must go. I know not what this means, but our brethren should hear of it.
Not an option, Snake. Bet you were keeping count of how many good soldiers you fanged.
And ours are eyes and toss her weapon. And now he owes us. A debt is more useful than blood.
Captain?
Vengeance won't save the ones you lost, soldier. Return to my secures her weapon stands down, her fist balled at her sides.
You show us something new today, Shuffler. Thank you for this. And for your mercy.
You present something to your pawn before departing. Strand of favor. Huh. Okay. Yeah. What's Maya? I have like a minus. Oh wait, I still have 1+2 on Maya. Cool. A 5.
Captain, a word?
It's in your mind. That's Maya.
What, did Ishi defecate in your favorite helmet or something?
What?
You've spoken to Aethys, which means you know what we're up against.
Yes.
If the fleet sailed up to him and fired every cannon at once, I imagine we'd have a fighting chance at taking a chip off his kneecap. There's no stopping him, is there?
I'm following Brad's instruction. Our course will become clear in time.
I'll tell your friend to point Aethys and his giant green ass towards another archipelago, because he's stepping all over the future of Rawatai.
She says with some tension rolling her shoulders and cracking her neck.
I suppose there's a certain appeal to recognizing the inevitable. We don't have to waste our breath trying to stop it.
Care to elaborate on that?
It reminds me of the first time I shot to kill.
Oh, I have to hear this.
There he stood, a pirate captain barking orders from the forecastle. Out of everyone's range but mine.
Maya holds up her hand to frame a distant spot.
The wind toyed with us. I took aim, never thinking I'd make the shot, but then I felt this awareness, like someone out there was aiming me. A cannon blast took me by surprise. I squeezed off a shot, expecting it to fly wide, but the bullet took my target between his eyes.
He traces a circle over her brow.
I don't know if Bareth kicked open a door or the Sky Mother held my hand, but that man was meant to die. I've got that same feeling now. Better or worse, I know that Aethys is meant to succeed.
Well, time will tell if Aethys getting what he wants is good for the rest of us.
Hope I didn't take the wind out of your sail. Whether or not we can change anything, at least we can say we were there.
Yep.
That's more than most people get.
Yeah, I had some questions.
I've got some answers.
Let's be off. Thought there was like more stuff.
Next time, stay down. Now I'm having a good time.
Oh.
Ready? Next time, challenge me.
Let's go up. Well. Damn, Maya. Really? That's all I'm finding here right now are grenades. Ooh, cat.
Sendere, I cannot.
Okay.
You must gather your party before venture.
Yes, I know I have to gather my party before venturing forth. Is there anything here? Because I feel like there should be something here. I guess it's just nothing but a regular old lighthouse. Okay. Time to go out. What the more? So, okay.
Don't let the door hit your scaly behinds on the way out.
Wow, surely. Well, apparently they had more reinforcements. Oh, let's see what's here.
As much as I like pretending nothing happened, perhaps we should talk about your episode with the Ardra.
He casts a sidelong glance at you.
When the captain goes all starry-eyed like that, the crew starts to ask questions.
Okay.
You don't look like you're gonna be sick this time, so I take it that's a good sign?
It's strange feeling part of my soul in the body of a god. Paul frowns thoughtfully.
If we had some idea of where Aethys is headed next, maybe we could prevent a repeat of this.
Margaret's teeth, and he'd better have a damn good explanation when we get there.
I'd be shocked if he didn't.
Yes, crew, I am fine. That whole episode may have been horrible, but... Ooh, is there anything he... Nada. Oh well. Okay, cool. Now this whole place searched. I think. Okay, well. Time to go back down there then. Wherever. Let's see how this goes. Oh my god. That's one big ass foot though. And there goes a bit of light. God dang it. Oh damn, I sort of got... Oh, did we check this? Nope, nothing's there. Never mind. Oh, what's here? God. Oh no, we went through there. Oh, that's fine. Oh, we have 16,000 experience. White. Oh, wow. What do we need? I need 5,000 more. Yep. Lol. Okay. Right, forgot we need to go through and do that stuff.
Scale-bellied cowards! I knew they'd run!
Sure.
Look at our beacon. Even the Colossus couldn't destroy it. And those snakes aren't so tough now, are they? I underestimated the dangers here before. It would be wise to do it again. Of course.
She notes she's still staring up at the lighthouse.
We'll rebuild bigger and better, with reinforced walls and extra cannons. Our engineers will make this place truly impregnable.
She finally turns to you.
The Hansanui will want to thank you personally for your help here. And she should also know what we're up against.
Actually, I'm headed to Margaret's teeth.
Looking for a real challenge after what you did to those scale bellies?
She laughs, a little edge creeping back into her voice.
The only thing I know about the place is it's supposedly made of fire. And no one's ever come back from it.
She swallows fear, making hollows over her eyes.
But anything can be overcome.
Where can I find the Hasongo?
She's usually at the Brass Citadel in Nekataka. Though she gets called to the palace often, haggling with the Queen and the Valians. Clear skies.
Roger, roger. Not die, soldier, not die, soldier. Farmer. Baron.
Light of Aethys be upon you, neighbor. Are you looking for survivors?
Like the other survivors have seen, this young man, despite his haggard look and a set of dirt-smeared, tattered clothes, wears a calm face and speaks with a steady voice. Are you one of the children of the Dawn Stars? My friend is looking for someone you may know.
I should be glad to speak to him. Perhaps I can help.
He isn't here. I'll return with him.
I see. Very well. Was there anything else?
No, I'll be on my way. Oh my god, could this be the possible kid that the deer has? Oh my god. Wow, if this was one of the kids of the deer. Damn.
What have we here?
Oh. Exceptional leather armor. Holy. What's this? Oh, some random guy that will.
I have an intelligence of
18,000.
I know what I'm doing.
Sure you do. I guess we can go to the engineering workshop. Should have went there first. Because I think the guy wanted a report on some whatever the result of that cannonball was, but holy crap, that thing was great. Okay, let's see if we can find this guy and see what happens. F5, F.
Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do. Just the one, just the one. Someone came and took it. Oh, that was you.
No. Apparently he doesn't want a report on it. Okay. Here I was, wasting time trying to inform him. Jeez. Oh yeah, no, we never checked this part, did we?
Boss! For strong jaw!
Okay, Grog.
Ever seen a Goliath do that?
Smear that guy. Here. Drums a slaughter. That guy there. Okay. Need to walk up there.
Stay down!
Yep. Good job. Oh, there's two of them.
Some of this!
Stay there, Alice. Dang it. Oh, that's a bad idea. Takes that guy out. Shorty. Like that guy.
Heavens.
Interrupt this lady.
You just got grabbed.
Never you mind that, miss. The next one.
Very well. Beyond seek.
Watch this.
Okay.
What now?
Well, whatever they were doing, it didn't end well for them.
Good thinking.
They're trying to steal stuff?
If you insist.
Oh. Oh. Guess we'll never know.
Leave this to...
Are we able to go? Oh no, we can't go through that. Okay. I guess now... Wait. Let's go over there. See, what awaits us? Is there anything here? No, nothing. Yeah, I guess we can go back to our boat. Okay. Wow. What's Binder Sanctum? Have to go back to Nakataka. Hasongo's amount of wreckage. On the horizon, when you see a dozen of chunks, like how they call the ship chunks, sailing towards you. Even at this distance, you can tell that they're making good speed. One of the ship pulls alongside yours in a well-dressed Omana man approaches the edge of the deck. You recognize Atsura, the Grand Secretary of the Royal Deadfire Company. Timely of you to show up, boss. I was just scribbling down my daily report. Maya folds her arms and nods across the gap. I'm afraid that it will have to wait until I return to the Brass Citadel. He nods at Maya. It's good to see you again. I see you have you continue to leave your mark. He is gazing towards Hasongo with a bricklayer's mark. The Outer Beacon, visible even here, shines brightly. So it surprises me that you're still a stranger to many in Kataka. I suspect that will soon change. What is this about? I want to extend thanks to the Royal Deadfire Company for what you've done here. He raises one of the hand towards the Outer Beacon. You've restored a valuable asset. Whether or not that was your intention, gives you a wink and a smile. The others at the palace will want to hear of this, no doubt, and you may well take credit while the deed is fresh. I need to reach Hasongo and Morgan's teeth. It's a tough cold wind blows over the deck. At the mention of Margaret's teeth, the Rotine sailors stare at you in shock and horror. Those who are not frozen have their mouths agape or whispering fearfully amongst themselves. Outside silences them with an unreadable glare. He turns back to you with a brittle smile that does not reach his eyes. Forget my compatriots. Margaret's teeth is a volcanic chain along the northern edge of the Deadfire. It's also one of the most treacherous places in the archipelago. He casts a glance back at the anxious sailors. The waters around it are patrolled by giants said to be born of Margaret's own volcanoes. Even well-armed ships do not venture there. He tilts his head in apology. But I suspect Queen Onikaza could direct you to Hasongo if you are set on going there. All the more reason to visit her palace. He smiles cryptically. Go to the Serpent's Crown in Nikataka, and later come to see me in the Brass Citadel. You can discuss your progress with issues of mutual interest there. Nods. At any rate, I have much to attend to, and it seems you do as well. Clear skies, Captain Hendrik von Sarah. Atsura nods as his crew makes ready to sail once more. Well, that was okay-ish. Okay, time to sail back. Huh. Oh yeah, how is them? Homemakers, cook, surgeon, and deckhand. And I guess we could use you as a deckhand. Okay. We're almost there. Oh yeah, we are. Cool.
You blink.
Oh no.
And find yourself standing in the knee-high grass of an endless field, with the day just falling into dusk.
Already? God dang it, Bareth.
The grass still holds the warmth of late afternoon sunlight, but a chill breeze blows at your back, raising goose flesh down your arms. The chirr and trill of nightjars rises with the wind. In the inky bruise of the sky, stars ignite by the ones and twos. The tolling of a single bell joins the chorus of birdsong. Then another. The sound surrounds you. Every stalk of grass bears a delicate silver bell on its end, bobbing in the wind. The chill breeze becomes a howling gale, and the tide of ringing bells sweeps you off your feet. It carries you like flotsam through the sea of grass. Then, the earth falls away. The wind ceases, and you are sent tumbling up into the dark of the sky.
Watcher.
The voice of the Pallid Knight shakes the earth at your feet.
Damn. Who are these people?
You have returned to Bareth's realm. Your soul once more called to attend the wishes of the God of Death.
Once again, you have spoken with the Child of Light.
The Pallid Knight says.
Tell me what you have learned.
It makes for Margron's teeth.
Intriguing.
The Pallid Knight stares past you, pensive.
While attend. Tell me what your many eyes perceive.
Her words ring out, and a heavy silence descends. In the silence breaks the murmur of countless voices. They speak all at once in languages both known and unknown to you. In the space beside Bareth, an eye blinks open, followed fast by several more. They are round, keen eyes of Kith, the slit eyes of snakes, the small, dark marbles of birds, the bulbous lanterns of deep-sea fish.
Here we are.
The voices speak in unison. A figure walks through the cloud of eyes as one might step through a door. It is an Orlan, then a pale elf, an ocean human, a Naga, each of them eyeless. They are Wal.
This is the first interesting thing to happen in ages. And we do so love a riddle.
The figure wears an Amawa's grin, and the many voices beneath its own titter.
We see between the strings of the world, and Eothas is there, strumming them like a lute. His tongue is still, yet he sings of a coming joy. What tune he plays, we do not know. It is complex, ever shifting. One moment vibrating in harmony, the next in discord.
A man strides through the door to Bareth's realm. Behind him lope wolves with lolling tongues, and jungle cats whose long tails twitch with every step. Galawain, the changeling, arrives, and he brings with him the wild heart of Aora's untamed places. Fast on Galawain's heels, a small wave of seawater washes across the tiles. It pours off the edge of the platform and cascades down into the beyond. From out of the water rears a glowing lure, then the head of a gigantic fish. The round black eyes of Andra roll to meet yours.
Eothas is nothing if not resourceful. I admire his nerve.
Galawain says. In the changeling's voice, you hear the soft patter of rain on leaves and the rush of wind through treetops.
If his journey leads him back to us, he has proved himself worthy of return to the fold.
Eothas does not return to us. He returns to execute some grand plan. We must stop him.
Andra's voice rises like a tide, panic riding its crest. The doors lining the walls of Bareth's realm slam open in unison. Warped pieces of ancient armor and the remnants of discarded weapons roar through the doorways. They meet in the center of the room, in a shower of sparks, and form the vague figure of a man. Finally, a blacksmith's sledge hurtles past your shoulder, and the figure snatches it from the air. A man made half of metal and half of ruined skin stands before you. The rounded metal of a well-worn shield makes up most of his skull, his right eye socket, and jaw. His mouth is pulled forever into a half-grimace.
If Eothas has something foolish planned, perhaps we can turn him from that path and set him down a more productive one.
Abaddon's words crash and screech together, like long steel gears forced to movement for the first time in centuries.
Abaddon speaks with a child's naivety.
Andra says.
He violates not their realms, but mine. I feel his urgency in every stamp of his feet along my spine.
Andra says.
I will send tsunamis to slow him, if Mogren would stir the earth beneath Mogren's teeth.
The water at your feet recedes. Lava oozes up through the shallow water, and a woman made from the guts of the earth emerges. She settles her characteristic broadsword on her shoulder and sighs a cloud of smoke and ash. Mogren returns.
In the age when our steps carved valleys across the face of Aora, our bodies were impervious to all but the strongest attacks.
Mogren says.
I doubt fire and water will be enough to stop him. But I will bear down upon Eothas with all the heat and fury of the earth. If I must.
Oh my god.
The death of thousands now could prevent the death of millions later.
Oh.
Andra says.
Okay. Say nothing.
The deep, bellowing cry of an aurochs shakes the ground beneath your feet. The cry drones on and on, a moan without end. Wal's many eyes squeeze shut. Andra slips back beneath her waves. Magrin dissipates in a swirling cloud of steam. Galawain's beasts cower and whine.
What's this?
Only the pallid knight stands impassive.
Oh, everyone left, I think.
My end comes to all things in time.
Remergond says.
Oh, it's Remergond.
Should Aethys care to hasten the inevitable, I welcome his efforts.
What do I say? What could Aethys possibly gain by destroying Eora?
Aethys seeks a slate wiped clean.
Remergond says.
Freedom from the endless revolutions of Barath's wheel. The final emancipation of the countless stolen mortal lives the gods hoard within themselves.
The Child of Light will not choose the hour of my death.
Magrin tests the edge of her broadsword with a smoldering finger.
He sows chaos in his longing for a radiant dawn.
Andra says.
So much will be lost in the cacophony of fear his actions inspire.
The crack of thunder rends the air. The gods fall silent.
We can wait no longer to act.
The pallid knight says.
Speak with him, Watcher. Discover what it is he plans.
I'll do my best.
Water begins to creep across the floor. It swells, runs swiftly, and catches at your ankles. You scrabble at the tiles, but it's no use. The current's pull drags you off the edge of Barath's realm, and into the fathomless beyond. You splash down in water so dark you can't see the bottom. Then, the water recedes, gone like a dream upon waking. The hard wood of your cabin's floor presses against your spine. The gods are gone, but you remain.
Wow. Oh, wow, that was something for sure. I don't know. I really don't know what to say. Because that's a lot to dig in. Destroying. But isn't the whole point of Aethys and Gone was to be like death, birth, life, all that stuff? Well, according to Shoti it was. But if he's gonna destroy the cycle, then where does that leave everyone else? Let's see.
Ship life sure is an adventure, ain't it? Just think of all the places we can sail to, all the sights we could see. This is nothing like being stuck on a farm, or cloistered in the back of a temple.
Shoti wraps her sickle against her thigh, and she studies the foot's layout. Satisfied by whatever she sees, she tilts her head to you with a small smile.
Tell me what's on your mind?
How are you feeling? Have you suffered any recent nightmares?
Not a one. Thanks to you, I'm sleeping like a babe. No, better even. I never knew nothingness could feel so warm and so nice.
Sounds like a heavy weight was lifted from your shoulders.
More like from my mind. No matter what comes to pass in the days and nights ahead, I won't forget who it was that brought me relief from the dreams. And the crush of the souls I'd acquired.
Yeah, that's all for now.
You need me, I'll be 2 whoops and a holler away.
Okay, Verena? Big Mouth. Valentina.
Here we are again, Watcher. I thought we had seen the last of each other after the Hollowborn crisis. I must admit, accompanying you to Twin Elms worked out well for both of us.
She gives you a rare smile and adjusts a red sash around her breastplate. After a moment, she glances off into the middle distance, and the smile fades with a tick of doubt. Very well indeed. I'm glad to have you at my side again.
Belfetto.
Perfect. Oh, well done.
You only have to ask.
Whatever happened with you and Maneja? Legend slowly turns her head in your direction, eyebrows raised, inner eyelids necessitating out and back.
Wait.
What? Maneja, you weren't together, were you?
Menea was a good companion and a skilled warrior. But her imagination got the better of her. It appears to have gotten the better of you as well.
She runs her finger along her wayward feather, pointing in another direction from her wrist, pressing it flush against her skin. Can you tell me more what happened after we defeated Theos?
After we parted ways, I returned to the Republics and reported to the Duke's bells. The trade agreement we brokered with the Unamenfath was quite lucrative for the Republics. The Deerwood was still recovering from Waidwin's legacy and was in no position to compete.
Waidwin's legacy is a widespread blight of unknown origin, in which the babies in the Deerwood began to be born without souls, so named because the origin roughly coincided with the death of Sir Waidwin in the Saints' War.
The Duke's bells was so pleased with my performance that I was made the personal guard of the Duquess Spirento. Spirento is the most beautiful of all the Republics, and though I should not admit this, I cherish the Duquess above all other Duke's bells. Still, our profit came at the expense of the Deerwood. The fruit of victory was not so sweet knowing that the Deerwood suffered because of my actions.
What's your opinion on what's happening with Aethys?
Well, even if he has taken a special interest in you, I doubt he is any less mad than I predicted. And I doubt Bereth and the other gods will consider your debt to them fulfilled. Merla, all of it. But this is just the same as before, no? The gods are playing their games and leaving us to settle the wager.
Basically, that's what's going on.
We need to find a way to turn the tables on them, you and I. Diverus.
Okay. Time to talk to Eloth, because he still owes us some explanation.
Great and terrible things are at work. And once again, you seem to be in the middle of it.
Why not, right?
The Rawatayans we passed will doubtless spread word of what you've done in Hasongo.
Yeah, most likely will.
But others will want to know what you've seen. They'll look to you for answers.
I'm worried about what will that lead to.
As am I.
What is this really about, Eloth?
It reminds me of the question that drew me to the Deadfire. The one I've been avoiding. I promised to tell you what I was doing among the Animancers at Port Marge.
Yep.
As you may have guessed, I was observing them, gathering information on the various Animancy operations in the region.
What for?
Animancy is a subject of particular interest to the Leaden Key. Through it, I hope to pick up the trail.
That's smart.
Merely a first step. After that incident in Old Valia, I thought more about the Leaden Key and its particular composition.
Go on.
It's existed for over 2,000 years. Say what you will about its motives and methods, but that's an impressive tenure.
He clasps his hand behind his back and begins pacing.
That's when I realized how short-sighted I'd been. To think I could undo the Leaden Key without understanding how it works.
Listen.
I found references to an ancient Leaden Key cabal in the Deadfire. Possibly one of the oldest, if accounts are credible. And they appear to have been working independently, without direct intervention from Theos, for almost 2 millennia.
He watches you eagerly, waiting for that to sink in. Very well. I mean, you think by observing them, you can learn how the Leaden Key works.
And how to destroy it, yes. Most sources refer to them as the Painted Masks. But I haven't met anyone here who knows that name. I don't know where in the Deadfire they are exactly, but I was hoping we could look for them together.
He folds his hands, looking hopeful and a little sheepish. I'll help the best as I can.
That's all I ask.
He bows his head.
What's on your mind?
Nothing. Okay, I guess that should be it for this. Let's see what happens. Okay, supplies. Call for pirate alights the inner ship, missive bound on legs, and it bears the signal of the Kahanga tribe. Captain Andrik von Serra. It would be my honor to host the savior of Hasongo at the Kahanga Palace. Neketaka is a city for the Huana and outsiders alike, and there is no shortage of work for kith who are determined to be as useful as you. Should you have the stamina for a good climb, the palace atop the Serpent's Crown could be your second home. Oh, think on it. What does this mean? The palace atop the Serpent's Crown could be your second home. I have a bad feeling this is Queen Onikaza's way of hitting on me. But we'll see. Serpent's Crown. Kahanga Palace. Yes. You hear someone call out for your attention. Oh. Wandering through the streets when a man approaches you, cutting through the crowd. You've never seen him, but the look in his eyes suggests that he recognizes you. Watcher, let me through. A meadowfolk man emerges from the crowd, red-faced, wild hair. He paid no mind to the irritated pedestrians glowering at him, his bright eyes fixed on you. You're looking fervent, as always, Lathorn. Oh, Shoti just returned in brusque greeting. In response, the missionary puffs out a breath. This is Lathorn. Suppose that was a compliment coming from you. Indeed, I strive to follow the light and godliness. Of course it was. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Shoti's words speak to innocence, but her grin is too rough, too wolfish. Then allow me to return the gesture. I'd say you seem darker than usual, Harvester. It shrouds you, all that death and heresy. Reckon I'll hold my tongue from now on, Shoti immediately bristles. Ignore her hot scowl. Letharn resettles his gaze on you. You're the one what saw the miracle when Aothas rose at Kaidnoa. Awe and conviction quiver in his voice. And you must be Lathorn. You left Hasongo just before Aothas arrived. I knew it. Our paths were meant to cross. God damn it. Our people talk highly of you. It's no wonder Aothas chose you to witness his return. That's why I'm hoping to help. A tiniest of doubt dances across his face. He banishes it with a deep breath and launches into his tale. I've been having strange dreams, a wheel that spins and spins, an orchid of quaky trees, each grown from the fallen fruit of the last. He scratches at his whiskered chin. Then he spokes of the wheel break apart. The trees stop growing, fruit falls and rots until the ground is covered with festering sinking toad. Oh, there must be a meaning behind this. That's what I fear. He pauses, working anxiously at the hem of his tunic. In these dreams I also see you, at the center of the wheel, in the middle of the orchard. You were there when Aothas rose, and you seem to follow every place he's been. He works his mouth into a fretful pout as he gets into the crux of his concerns. Aethys has always meant rebirth and redemption, but so much death followed in his wake, both in the Saints' War and now here again. His wide eyes are full of questions. I don't think death and rebirth are part of the same cycle. You can't have one without the other. But like this, so chaotic, so violent, he shakes his head. My field followed Aethys to war once. I wonder sometimes if we failed him, then we lost. Or if we did that the moment we laid the hand to blame. Please, you see more than anyone. You've got to have some idea what this means, and how we make sense of it. God damn it, I can't read. We say they were time to figure out himself. Don't rely on custom. I don't know what it means, but there's a higher purpose. Gods must answer for crimes. No, gods aren't the only means to great understanding. And man, see your faith. The way of life has kept your people together. War and famine, hold on to them. As honors of epics be informed. Yeah, 6. I'll keep sipping, look, you're right, and you're isn't giving to my doubts not when the new place molds. I turn loud and letting this sink in. I won't keep you, but give me time to think, a lot to think about. Thank you. Turns himself away and walked into the crowd. I think I should have said something else, because I think he took it differently than what I meant. And again, there wasn't really any answer. We just wanted to tell him that he was gonna break basically the cycle. That's what it meant.
You return intact. Nagati is not always kind to those who travel upon her domain.
Only because it touches her brown. I think it's a brow and not.
A messenger from the jaws of Tangaloa speaks with the voice of wisdom and change, I say.
She raises her brows at you.
It is fitting that yours should be the voice that tells of Hasongo's fate. What did you see there?
Some Naga occupied the colony after Aethys drained the Audra. I let them live.
The snakes are on edge. Where comes this new boldness?
Only because her thumbs her chin and that narrows her eyes.
Far be it for me to complain if they make trouble for outsiders.
There is awareness to her thoughts that she doesn't bother to hide.
What of Aethys? If you know why he terrorizes the Deadfire, speak on.
He makes for Margaret's teeth, but I believe that is only a waypoint. Tapping her chin on the Kaza nods and weighs the matter. At length, her even expression spreads into a pleased and knowing smile.
If Aethys makes for Magrin's teeth, I say the Rathun will grind him to dust for the praise of their warrior matron.
Her brow rises with interest.
Even if they fail, it will be an enemy cleared from my plate. This is the gratitude of Nagati, I say.
Rathun?
The fiery children of Magrin devoted to their mother with a fanatic zeal. Bothersome, but the least of my troubles now. From Port Mage to Hasongo to Magrin's teeth, Aethys follows a rich vein of Adra. It takes him northeast to more interesting territory. In the deepest memory of the tribes, we have told stories of Magrin's teeth. Embellished sailors' fables, Akira, but not without some truth. My people speak of treacherous seas, lakes of fire, and the ancient warriors hammered to life on Magrin's anvil.
Onikaza props her chin on her fist and looks you up and down.
Ashen Maw is the grandest and most accessible of the peaks. It is the sharpest tooth in Magrin's jaw. Prepare yourself for a fight.
Any chance of support ships to accompany the Defiant?
Akira, would that our resources were not so entangled in other parts.
Oh.
I cannot send ships to Magrin's teeth any more than I would send paper dolls to a furnace.
She arches her fingers together, staring intently at the point in space where they meet.
If you make preparations in Nekataka, I say we can help each other.
She sits up straighter and regards you with a level expression.
I must keep the city's peace, and I have only so many arms and eyes. While the Deadfire screams, I would see Nekataka outlast the storm to come.
What do you need from me?
What I need is a lasting peace that will outlive my dynasty. But I will accept peace of mind for now. What do you know of my water shapers, Herald of Bereth?
They shape water?
Perceptive. Akira, I suppose the Adiran translation is very literal.
Yeah, I guess.
My water shapers are the levy holding back Rawatai's advance. An adept standing at the prow of a war canoe is enough to send the fleet scrambling for the shallows.
She eases back, languid and satisfied.
Don't get too cozy, Highness. That false sense of security will get you into trouble.
Maya crosses her arms.
Akira, I would not want your employers to think me easy prey.
Onikaza purses her lips at Maya.
This reminds me. I owe the Hazanui a basket of koiki in remembrance of the Battle of Nekaro Atoll.
She snaps her fingers and nods to an attendant, who scurries off. Sis, Arada encroached on Huano lands and made the enemy of the Oaxaca tribe. The bloody conflict came to a head at Nakaro Atoll, where the Rautais worshipped, decimated the tribal force. In the aftermath, the Huano crown dispatched water shapers to sink Rautais' most prized vessel, and tenants of iron as reprisal for the demonstration of power. Poking at the hornet's nets?
That is Aruihi's job, but Akira, there is a side of diplomacy which I enjoy.
Onikaza winks. Oh my god.
While the problems of Aethys and overindulgent admirals plague these waters, I have summoned the masters of water shaping to Nekataka.
Pit your strongest water wizards against their weight in iron and black powder, Highness. We can end this quickly.
Akira, and how long will this contest last in open water?
Onikaza dots at Maya before shifting her focus back to you.
Now would be the time to confer with Guildmaster Mairu, but she does not answer my summons.
Onikaza looks out on her city. Her hand squeezes down on the armrest. Do you think something's wrong?
It is too early to grow a forest from this coconut, but I would not dispatch you if I felt at ease. The Guild can suffer no setbacks. If Mairu shirks her duties, her queen would know the reason.
She stares off into the distance and sighs, her gaze unfixed.
Nagati, do not abandon us now.
Onikaza turns her gaze back to you and flinches. This was not a thought she intended to share. Oh, damn. A conversation from Alice. Okay.
Do you need something?
I'd like your thoughts on my search for Aethys.
I didn't witness the destruction of Cadnua. But if it was anything like what happened at Hasongo, then it's a wonder you survived.
He looks at you, shaking his head.
Is Aethys unconcerned at the destruction he causes? Or merely unaware of it?
I think he's mostly unaware of it.
Either way, the implications are distressing.
What do you know about the Valiant Trading Company?
Well, they seem largely competent. I would feel better about that were they not run by profiteers and animancers. Governor Clario seemed honest and well-intentioned. So one wonders why he was stationed at such an out-of-the-way post.
I think because he was too honest and well-intentioned compared to the others. Do you have any thoughts on the Principe?
I'd heard Deadfire had a pirate problem, but I had no idea how large it was. Or how fashionable.
Oh my god, Olaf. You get the sense he's impressed despite himself.
Still, the only thing more dangerous than a unified pirate nation is one at war with itself. I worry about who will be caught in their crossfire.
I'd like your opinion on the Juana leadership.
The Queen seems to operate with a light hand on the tiller, so to speak.
He tugs the edge of his sash, thinking.
And I think that's a good thing. What the Deadfire needs is someone who can lead its people without smothering them.
I see. What do you think of the Royal Deadfire Company?
I think they're one of the most ordered and deliberate organizations I've ever seen. And I don't entirely trust that. Not after the Leaden Key.
He strokes his chin. Damn it, I planned to join the Royal Deadfire Company. Did you ever make it back to Adir?
As a matter of fact, I did.
Oh, that's good.
I saw my mother for the first time in years.
Oh wow, there's a likeness in his eyes and his postures that you've never seen before when speaking of his family. How's your mother?
She was well. She'd been living with her Thane for quite some time. I don't think she'd been to see my father since I left.
He fidgets with the hem of his garment, looking distractedly at something on the ground.
I used to blame her for her long absences, for not intervening directly with my father.
Remind me, what happened with your father?
He was an exacting man with a violent temper. One that often found its outlet in me.
His face pale as I'm sorry, Aloth.
It was decades ago now.
He smiles wanly.
I'm just pleased I could come to a better understanding with my mother. I realized that she was torn between two demanding roles, and two demanding men.
He looks back up at you.
I used to resent her for failing to protect me. But I understand now that her absence is what allowed me to grow. Intentionally or not, she gave me the space I needed to learn a degree of independence.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. It felt good to resolve that much.
Did you see your father? He shakes his head, his lips pressed tightly together.
It's one thing to forgive my mother for her absence. Quite another to excuse him.
It sounds like it was a good trip then.
It was.
How are you holding up?
It's strange to imagine an ancient Leaden Key sect could have been working quietly all these years. But we've seen stranger things, haven't we?
Yeah, like a statue coming out of under Cadno and destroying everything. Yeah, we've seen stranger things. That's all.
Ready.
Oh shit, no. Okay, let's see. Okay, go quick save and let's see what happens when I hit on Queen Onikaza.
Watcher, something on your mind?
You've been on my mind since we first met. I'm gonna see where this goes through, and then if things doesn't end up well, I'm gonna recheck.
Ah, Akira. But listen how the Watcher flatters me.
Onikaza chuckles to herself and shares a smile with the attendants. Well, the attendants in earshot, when her gaze swivels back to you, a presence like a storm cloud settles over your thoughts.
I cannot plant a seed in untilled soil. Akira, I want for there to be trust between us.
She raises her eyebrows to make sure you're paying attention.
The trading companies send spies to every corner of the mountain. I say there are places they cannot go.
Mask beneath casual glares scratching her cheek. Onikaza taps the side of her head. I understand, Highness.
But you did not climb all the way up the mountain to pay compliments, I say.
You feel a tight tug of the mental connection breaks for now. When I can settle back and shares her thoughts to you, her eyes staying to her attendants only briefly. Farewell.
Watch and learn.
Okay, well, that didn't really work. As I thought it would. Okay. Let's see, so, what do we have next? Guildmaster. Travel to the ruins. Go to Hasongo. For Deadlight. Baratheon guy. Okokahara stuff. Dunnage. Adir stuff. That stuff. Watch for painted mask. Specialized pride and a tidy performance. Let's see
must gather your.
Yeah, if there's anything we can talk to what's his face? Oh, the Causel's brother, the prince.
Before venturing forth.
Because I feel like we're supposed to do something for him, or at least something like that.
Do not leave me in suspense, I say. Have you found Matario Cozy?
Oh, that was from him. Okay. No, not yet. But I think, the guy wanted to, the guy from, the Brass Citadel wanted to talk to me. Something like that. Guess we can see, later then. Let's see what happens. Time to go to the Brass Citadel. Imperial Command.
Captain, a word?
Okay, Maya. Let's see what you have to say. Quick save again.
I should come clean about something, Captain.
Maya scratches the back of her head, sighing. Is this really a break time? I'm joking. Speak your mind.
Atsura didn't set me loose just so I could stay busy. Fact of the matter is, he gave me a job to do.
Which is?
I've got this stack of missives I need to deliver. Noble errand, right?
She shows you a small collection of scrolls in her pack, all judiciously sealed with the sigil of RDC.
The company has a lot of people working away from headquarters, and Atsura trusted me to get these in the right hands. I hope that isn't a problem.
It's not, but aren't you a little too overqualified for courier work?
Watch out, Ishi. We've got a charmer on our hands.
Maya plays at whispering to her bird, though she wears an annoying smile.
That's the thing about Atsura. He keeps so many irons in the fire at once that everything seems like a high priority.
I'll see that we make the deliveries in good time.
Appreciate it, Captain. You'd be doing Atsura and the company a big favor.
She grins.
This one's bound for Harama, an acquaintance. Good sailor. He's somewhere off in Tikawara.
She holds up a single scroll.
And these are for Tuaha, an old friend stationed in Port Maje. You meet some strange types in the Navy.
I see. I had some questions.
I've got some answers.
Let's be off. Oh? Okay.
Indeed.
Let's see. just me or she has more company now?
Grand Secretary Atsura wants to meet with you. He's in his office downstairs.
Okay, did you get Kazu's fruit basket? Her expression darkens as she draws on her pipe.
I got her message all right.
She sighs angrily, smoke filtering through her teeth. What was with all the black powder at the Hasongo? A look of surprise passes over his face. She tries to cover it with a grunt.
Noticed that, did you? Saltpeter is one of our chief resources at Rauatai, and we believe in putting resources to use.
I see.
Now you can see why we didn't want the Valians nosing around our fort.
That's true, true. Very well. Saltpeter is gunpowder, basically. Or at least one of the ingredients for the gunpowder. But let's see what the guy wants to say.
It's impossible to cheat at Hazatoa.
Clear skies.
What exactly is the Brass Citadel?
It's a trading post. I just did.
I thought the guy wanted to talk to me. Let's see what this
How do you mean that?
You're not a soldier.
Rauatai is composed of many types, but it's true, many here are soldiers and engineers, none of whom are especially diligent about paperwork.
I see.
How do you mean that?
You're hard to read.
It comes from years of practice. It's the only way I've learned to beat Karanui at Hazatoa.
I see.
How do you mean that?
Never mind.
As you wish.
He acts like he's gonna do one thing, then he does something.
I guess not anymore. Let's see. Blow them. Front. Press Empire. I've meant to know. Some prospects. From the wreckage. Go to the palace. Okay, that's it. Salt wound. Okay. Guess that's about it.
Something else.
That's called strategy. And don't you work for Atsura?
Okay, I guess the next stop should be, the Baratheon place. But I guess let's stop over and get some, buffs from, what's this called? From, what's her face? God dang it. From the inn, in the Wildmere.
Garanga Nui leads, and he represents all of Rauatai.
Then must he put his name on everything? Price share is simpler.
Why am I going up there? Go here. Cause sticks it. Wildmere. Get some, stuff and buffs from taking a long rest and then heading up to what's it called? The Secret Stair and deal with this or find this Isamir the Baratheon guy.
Now, what can I do for you? You see anything you like?
Cause that sounds like something really scary and troublesome. Just thinking about it. But yeah, Let's see where that goes. Once we get out of Queen's Birth and then just head up over there. Let's see. If this black screen would just leave. Okay. Road east. Let's see how this Baratheon thing will pan out for us. I just have a feeling that it's Bareth's temple that we're gonna be dealing with the undead for the most part, which shouldn't be really much of trouble, but it is undead stuff, and hopefully there's not a lot of them if we do end up dealing with undead stuff. But like Alan said, we've dealt with stranger things. This just depends on how strange this will end up as. I swear to God, Barrett's temple looks so creepy. I mean, the Aethys temple was filled with what? Oh God! Are they experimenting with dead bodies? And they're all smeared in blood. Are they like embalming them or something? Oh wow, there's an amulet of health and God, no, gets me. No, thank you. God, I didn't know Barrett's temple would be this disturbing. But let's talk to the High Priest and see what he has to say. Unhailing Almua, priest regard your approach with curiosity. He goes into his sleeve stained with a spatter of silvery flecks. The fuck is that?
Come closer to the altar. Come inside. The temple welcomes all to worship, most especially you.
What me? Oh wait. Oh yeah. Wait. Does this guy know I'm a herald of Bareth? The priest peers knowingly at the center of your chest, lips curving to an adherent smile, hands trembling. He touches the length of the chain around his neck.
I ask only for no talking. Not until we pay our respects to Bareth, to Rikuhu. Let us pray.
Okay.
Deity of life and death, the endless devourer who encompasses all existence, hear this prayer, this voice chiming. I beseech you, Kohopa and Tangaloa, to ready this shell for sucking. Purify my soul in preparation for the coming of the next cycle.
This guy praying for his death. God, Bareth's worshippers are weird.
Digest all of my devotion. Swallow my sorrows, even the smallest swell, so I can be spit on the morrow. And Rikuhu, Bareth, my god and goddess both, the eels that churn in ceaseless cycle, the new and the next, and...
From the life, the death, to life again, blessed be, and okay. Nodding fervently, he accepts your ending to the invocation. He presses his hands over the center of his chest, touching the item tucked beneath his shirt. Then raising his head, he cracks a frail smile.
All right. I will address your inquiries best as I can. So ask.
Okay, I'm looking for Isamir's tomb.
Do you even know what it takes to make it deep into the hanging sepulchres? To make it alive?
God. That's just horrible. Maybe?
I know the way, but...
But... His word catch in his throat, and he curves forward in a spine-racking fit. hacking until he's flush-faced, fumbling a goat-skinned flask to his lips. He drinks until Minnow silver liquid dribbles over and slicks his chin.
Better.
He wheezes, wiping a palm over his chin.
The timing's getting tighter. And there is one thing before the end. Something only one touched by Bereth can do.
You covet something you can't get to, something you can't access because you lack Bereth's charm.
That's right. I've got no hope, but you do.
He tugs at the chain about his neck.
My eels, my infinity coil keeps rattling. Pendants resonating with your chime.
The priest presses the palm of his hand to the front of his chest. He stares, scrutinizing her face. He shakes his head, disappointed.
The coil resonates, but it's weak. You could unseal the way, but you'd die inside, I think. My chance would be lost then. Lost with your remains.
I guess bearing Bereth's charms are rare. This may be the only chance you get.
My time's waning fast. Right you are on that.
He sighs, wavers on your feet. He raises his grip on the pendant with a feeble nod.
I'd best not let this chance pass. There's a sacred text. The eulogy to Isair. It's been buried in the catacombs beneath the temple for centuries, next to his champions. I need it. Of course, the tombs, they only open to the dead, or those bearing Bereth's chime.
Why do you need Isair's eulogy?
It never was added to the tomes, but it holds the final clues for my death. It's my best chance. I prayed for decades, night to day and night again. Now, here you are, just in time. Means Bereth sent you to see to my success.
Alright, I'll look for it then. The priest bobs his head from beneath his shirt. He untucks a stone carved circlet in the image of a Neo. The pendant vibrates in the length of his chain, coming harder and closer. He holds it to you.
You're my best chance. Or only, maybe. Take the coil. It'll open the crypts. Bring me Isair's eulogy, and I'll teach you all I know of Bereth's arcana.
Okay, that seems like a fair deal. I have questions about Isair in the catacombs beneath this temple.
I'll tell you what I can.
What's the story of Isair?
He's no Juana, nor a death godlike neither, but he was a high priest of Bereth. Isair was a Diran, a hunter, chasing the undead 200 years ago. Read somewhere, one tome, he sailed to the Deadfire for a weapon, abhorrent to Bereth. Said the blade held a power most fearful.
The priest's face flushes with reverence. His voice rises to volume as he speaks until his breath catches and he doubles over into a hacking fit.
Isair fought hard for it, won the blade, but suffered grievous wounds.
God.
Bereth kept him alive till he could make it to the temple's catacombs. His champions were the ones who wrote his eulogy. Later, they were buried in the sepulchres too.
Was Isair buried with the weapon he took from Lucy or Yvonne?
Don't know. Did hear he was slain with a coveted blade. The S-Talk was an affront to Berath. That I did read. Ysera wanted to guard it with his soul and his always.
Oh. How do I enter the catacombs under the temple?
You've got to go outside, on the lower walkway. Doors sealed up tight, though. Priests before me, all death godlikes, could open it. Door requires a coil, resonating with Berath's chime. But I haven't met a death godlike in my time.
I'd like to know more about the Hanging Sepulchres.
They're from the long-forgotten time, when there was only Juana living in the mountain. They got carved in even before the temple sprung up, before there was Nekataka or a queen. They're well guarded, because not all of Berath's dead like the rest in their graves.
I've heard enough for now.
All right. I will address your inquiries best as I can. So ask.
What was that all about, preparing yourself for shocking?
End of the turn. I'm nearing it. Been working hard, preparing for weeks. You know, to die.
You're weird.
But first, I've got to leave guidance for my apprentice, the next in the cycle. Chosen to lead.
He sweeps his hand toward the stone tome sprawled across the floor. You're dying.
Been wasting away for months. Can't say it's been easy, dying so soon. I thought about stopping a few times.
The hell? Trying to kill yourself?
Maybe you can see. I'm no death godlike. Berath bestowed not one in my generation with a chime. Not the next, neither. A flawed messenger like me can't open the crypts. So my best chance is to die.
Tell me about the writing on these stones.
Liturgies. Instructions for ritual preparations. When and how. Sermons. Some histories, too.
His fingers trail carefully across stone as craggy as his skin.
All of this, it's our knowledge has gleaned through centuries of service. Now, I've got to leave it all behind for the next disciple.
There's a vaulter. What else can the temple boast?
Under the temple, carved in the mountain's caverns, lies an extraordinary maze of catacombs. So I've read. They're the Hanging Sepulchres, burial place for ancient Wana chieftains. The bodies are protected by Berath's best, roaming, always, plus the ways sealed by the deity itself.
Mentioned something about undead in the catacombs?
The dead, with their souls, they roam still. The ones who were chosen by Berath. Not everyone's born so blessed. Sometimes, instead, you've got to die for it.
Oh. This is Temple to Berath, right? So, how's Rikuriko and Tongaloa?
The same. Your word, Berath. Our word, Rikuhu. We worship the twin deal. The cyclic connection of the overworld and the underworld. Life and death. Life is Kohopa, and Tangaloa is death. Born starving, they devoured all living things, swelling larger each. When they'd swallowed all of existence, they tried to eat each other next. Now all things pass through their entrails. The end of one enters the mouth of the next, from the underworld to the overworld and back. Again and again.
Okay, farewell. Oh, Shorty leveled up. Yay! Oh, give me diplomacy. Revive, yes. Okay, so 9. Oh wow, she leveled. She leveled up.
What's on your mind, cutie? You were saying?
Really? No, I didn't mean to steal. God dang it. I did mean to steal, but not until I was fully stealth. God damn. Okay.
Sure thing.
You were saying? Not a problem, Captain. I'm listening. Speak freely. Still as a pond. Aye, aye.
Okay.
Your orders?
We have this. Yeah, I'm gonna give that to you. Perception. Okay. This do? Oh, this is incoming damage. I guess. Health. I have the +1 intellect. He has intellect, has 3 insight. I mean, I guess we can leave that there. Yeah.
Why, thank you, Captain. Aye, aye.
Okay. Wow. Well, I guess we have to go underneath. Eulogy of the Dead. Okay. Damn. All of them are just here then. The prospects. Oh, Boko Kahara and Baratheon stuff. Yep. Okay, no. Time to head down there.
Inside. No! Tangaloho will eat me!
Wait, what did the guy say? Waters around Port Marge. Really? Yeah. Yes, I may have a slight OCD problem.
I am ready.
Put that there, put Shorty back there.
I am ready.
Oh. Whatever. Let's go inside. I said door looms before, the edges are sealed so tight, not a breath of air escapes them. Religious runes sprawl through the length, carved deeply into pitted stone. Gibberish, don't even bother. Maya shakes her head, frowning. There are shudders and groans as you approach. Oh, inspect the door. Surely. An elaborate etching spans the stones with carved faintly beneath several ruins. It depicts a small crowd praying to a pair of giant eels that have called above the large door. An Amua priest holds a disc near the door's face. A religious artifact blessed by Bareth is likely necessary to open this way. Hold the eel's coil up to the door. As the eel's coil near the door, the stone carved circle rattles in your hand. Wisps of your soul essence encircle the coil, then reached outward. The thin eel scrolls toward the door, touching it, soaking it up in purple glow. A murmur, like Bareth's own welcome, whispers from under your feet. The door begins to slide open, grinding down into the ground. Well, we're gonna go to the Catacombs, Sepulchres, whatever it is. Oh god. Well, it can't be that bad. Oh no, it can't because there's undead and their champions roaming around. Oh god, this is gonna be horrible. Oh yay, level up. Cool. Mechanics. Guess survival. More intimidate can't hurt, right? Unbending. Yes. Next. Palagina. Mechanics. Huh. Okay. More diplomacy, I guess. Being survival would help too. Damage affected by enemies is taken by enemies is greater than increased. Deflection, yes. Maya. Sleight of hand. What sleight of hand? Mechanics. Guess more insight. Insight would be good. Let's see. Conditions from the grounds underneath the target causing them to become immobilized. Huh. Let's see, what does this do? I did pretty darn. I need to give them damage bonus. Oh, suffering a damage over time effect. I guess we could get this mark thing. Oh wow, so we're all level 10 now. Cool. These mechanics could help. More metaphysics, they say. What the pigs, this and the moon. Okay, here's Wondrous Torment. Okay. Works. Okay.
I have an
Door shut fast and you see no locking. Must be opened elsewhere. Okay.
Oh, good thinking.
Wow, I'm looting the things of the dead.
we hear?
Wait. Found something. Ooh, what's this? Exceptional mace, fine large shield, gauntlets of discipline, but it's only for a fighter. Ew. Cool. What does this do? Oh. Well. Prison soldier.
Whatever that is.
Oh god. Knock this guy down. Yep. This is gonna be overkill.
Watch this. Out of my way!
Damn the soldiers.
For strong jaw!
Oh wow.
That is my favorite part!
Wow. These guys are exceptional sword. From the shield, exceptional breastplate. Jeez.
You were saying?
These
Just
guys
say the
are
word.
just that one guy. Holy crap. I mean, could I replace any one of these? I mean, I could replace Modweir. Huh. Let's see. Well, shown as a saber. I guess could replace it. Fine large shield, exceptional, medium. Oh, they're both exceptional. Okay. Fine mace, fine stiletto, fine sword, fine medium, fine wand, fine pistol. Oh, and sell these. But I have an exceptional pistol for her. Then she has a crossbow. Huh. She has dual swords. Okay. She has still some of potions. God damn it.
What have we hear?
But yeah, let's disarm these things. Okay.
I'll get that for you. Don't mention it.
Another exceptional
Intelligence of 6. I know what I'm doing.
Well, I mean, I think I shouldn't be looting this place, but I mean, they were dead bodies of.
What did you find, Ishi?
What's this? Antidote. Swear to God, every time I see those things, I think like there's something good, but not always. And I guess this is where we will call the stream, in the middle of this. I mean, I guess, yeah, this is where I will call the stream. And we will continue with Isamir's cave, not Isamir's cave, Catacombs and Sepulchres in my next stream. So I will see you guys, and thank you for those who tuned in, and I hope to see you guys all next time. And this is Spagno12 signing out.